Sir Boris the Brave and the Tall Tales Princess. Sir Boris the Brave is the boldest, bravest and busiest knight in all the land. He topples trolls, jousts giants, saves cities, and wins Knight of the Realm every year. Sir Boris number 1. One day, Sir Boris was scraping a very pongy piece of goblin poo from his shoe when an urgent message arrived. Dear Sir Boris the Brave, help! I'm being held prisoner by a ghastly ogre. I am in need of immediate rescue. This is an emergency. Kind regards, Princess Tilly Talltales. P.S. All visitors must bring me a gift. Make it sparkly. So Sir Boris grabbed his trusty sword and shield and galloped gallantly to the rescue. Sir Boris the Brave to the rescue, bellowed the famous knight as he whooshed through the palace window. Princess Tilly Talltales tapped her watch impatiently. And about time too, she whined. That ghastly ogre won't let me play with my friends until I've tidied my room. It's just not fair. I am not an ogre. I am the king, grumbled the king. Sir Boris was shocked. Your room is a mess, and this is not an emergency, he said sternly. It is an emergency, shrieked the princess. I'm bored. Princess Tilly Talltales, sighed Sir Boris. You must only call for help when it is a real emergency. Now tidy up and stop being so silly. The next day Sir Boris was spraying slithery snake slime from his shield when another urgent message arrived. Dear Sir Boris the Brave, help! I am being picked on by a wicked old witch. This is definitely an emergency, so saddle up and get galloping. Kind regards, Princess Tilly Talltales. P.S. Also, I really need some chocolate. So Sir Boris grabbed his trusty sword and shield and got galloping. Sir Boris the Brave to the rescue, bellowed the fearless knight as he burst through the palace gates. Princess Tilly Talltales scowled at him and pointed. That wicked old witch won't buy me a new dress, and I haven't got a thing to wear. I am not a witch. I am the queen, groaned the queen. Sir Boris took a very deep breath. But this is definitely not an emergency, he sighed. It is, cried the princess. I cannot be seen wearing the same dress twice. Princess Tilly Talltales, said Sir Boris, I've told you before, you must only call for help when it is a real emergency. Now wear one of these delightful dresses. I'm thinking pastels, and stop being so silly. A few days later, after an unfortunate incident with the flu-ridden giant, yet another urgent message arrived. Dear Sir Boris the Brave, help! A horrid hairy beast is loose in the palace. Bring your sharpest sword and stop reading this urgent message. This is absolutely definitely an emergency. Kind regards, Princess Tilly Talltales. P.S. Why don't you have a phone? Well, the princess must really be in trouble this time, thought Sir Boris. So he grabbed his trusty sword and shield. Sir Boris the Brave to the rescue, bellowed the dashing knight as he swooped across the ballroom on a sparkly chandelier. Princess Tilly Talltales angrily stamped her foot. That horrid hairy beast is going to eat me, she screeched. Off with its head. Eek! Squeaked the hairy beast. Sir Boris had heard enough. This is absolutely, definitely not an emergency, he snapped. And that is not a hairy beast. It is a mouse called Edward. Delighted, I'm sure. A mouse, screamed the princess. Princess Tilly Talltales, for the final time, declared Sir Boris. You must only call for help when it is a real emergency. Now fetch Edward your finest chunk of cheese and stop being so silly. The following morning, Sir Boris the Brave was enjoying a much-needed rest when another urgent message arrived. Dear Sir Boris the Brave, help! A horrible, hungry dragon is going to eat me. Come at once, preferably a lot quicker than you did the last 3 times. Hurry! Kind regards, Princess Tilly Talltales. And P.S. This is a real emergency. A dragon now, is it? Snorted Sir Boris. Whatever will she think of next? Then Sir Boris the Brave did something that he had never ever done before. He took the day off and went to the seaside, where he had a bit of bother in a boat and was rescued by a fair maiden, and they fell in love. And they lived happily ever after, toppling trolls, jousting giants, saving cities, and galloping gallantly to real emergencies. As for Princess Tilly Talltales, well, she never bothered Sir Boris the Brave ever again. Brrr.